The first elimination for the contestants have just happened, and now we are seeing the Shrimp Tribe starting their morning without one player. And I feel like Honey's probably just sitting at the ocean front, enjoying the sunset, and you know what? Confessional intro.
You know, it's kind of peaceful when it's just you and the sun. Outside of this island, I go to a lot of parties. I'm usually the center of attention in a crowd of faces. Losing Clive isn't a great team boost. I'm not here to lose, really. I want to be shining. I want to be glamorous. I'm the king of this game, but my moveset is that of a queen. I'm about this bitch.
And I feel like after enjoying the sunset for a little bit while longer, Amelie might come up and, waking up, she's like, with a yawn, is everything all good? Don't let the eliminations get to you, honey. This is just the start. We're gonna have to do this again and again, and I want to be by your side all the while. I think we should move forward as a group, even me, you, Logan, even Casey for now if you want. And honey, hearing this, they immediately recognize what she's saying, and they're like,
I don't know, man. Due to the challenge, and I already feel bad for kicking out Clive. You want Clav out? Could we do Casey out first and then Clav?
And Amelie, that wasn't her plan, but as long as she's safe, she's willing to do whatever. And she's like, you know what? That's more than fine with me. I always want to make sure your opinion matters, honey. And honey, hearing this, they're taken aback a little bit, and they knew that Amelie complimented them before for being likable and relatable, but hearing this compliment is actually very nice. And honey's like, what?
I actually really appreciate that. Thank you. Logan's probably gonna want to get water boiling soon when she wakes up, so we should probably get some firewood, help out.
And this entire time, you'll never guess who was listening. It was Casey. And as soon as she hears it, she scuttles away off into the forest a little bit to do her own confessional. She's like, bro, this is why you can't be lacking in the game. The snakes will hiss. You just have to listen. Closed mouths won't get fed, but closed ears won't ever learn. I got a vote on me last night. I'm not here to crash out. I leave a couple bitches 20 toes up while I stay 10 toes down. I know the target. I'm the dog. So the sun is up for the most part. The sunset, or sunrise should I say, is just kind of ending, and we see Shiloh and Jenny kind of laughing and crafting. They're making like colorful bracelets and stuff, and Jenny's like, oh my god, they're gonna love these bracelets. I'm making the custom order emblems for each of our trimates, and oh my god, pass the feather, Shiloh. I got a perfect idea. And Shilow's like, yeah, this is actually kind of fun and a super smart idea, using natural dyes on the sand. Creating glitter and stuff and tree sap as the glue is genius. And Jenny's like, aw, thank you, Shiloh. That's actually very kind. Thank you. You're smart and strong too. So a separate clip, he's probably on a rock or something, majestical style, does his little intro. Jenny is actually very funny. The way she talks to people is unique and enjoyable. How she treats others with much kindness and respect. Everyone deserves the same treatment and respect no matter what, even in this game where we need to judge each other. Find the snakes. I'm still finding the human in each person, even though I shouldn't be. Judge no one. So I feel like they keep crafting, they do the little bracelets and they wrap it up, and eventually they notice like Z, Kata, people starting to get up, so they come back over here, and Jenny's like, good morning everyone, me and Sheila got some firewood for the fire, but we also made everyone some bracelets, ta-da. And Kata, she's probably first in line to get hers because she probably likes that sort of thing, and she's like, oh yeah, this kind of cool actually, thank y'all, this is very nice, very pretty. And Sheila's like, thank you, we used French blue and royal purple for yours. They're kind of handing out the bracelets, giving Seattle his, Z, Angel theirs, waking them up a little bit. And I think each of them have like a quick snippet of a confessional. Angel's like, they woke us up for some stupid fucking bracelets. I was sleeping good. It took me 4 hours to fall asleep. I sleep about 3.5. It took me longer to fall asleep than it did the time I actually fell asleep. And that bitch woke me up for some bracelets. I'm pissed. Z's like, she said my bracelet color was based on my aura. How is that pink? Like, actually, wait, it's worse. She didn't even say it was pink. She was specific. She said, and I quote, this is Z-type highlighter pink, champagne luxe salmon splash with a pearlescent magnetic chrome. What even is that? And Seattle, he's real mad. He's like, dude, my bracelet was nothing but fucking glitter. I got that shit all over my shirt, and now my skin has it all over since it's wet out here. Everything is just glitter. This is fucked. So while they dealing with bracelets, half of them happy, the other half a little annoyed, we have Pei. Let's go ahead and do an intro confessional. What's up, Pei? Pei's the name. Being Cupid's my game. I love helping people find love. It's one of the purest forms of emotions available. Draco, I thought I might meet my forever person out here. It was a hunch, a little bit of a feeling, but I didn't think it would be so quick. But I'm glad I found him. I'm glad he looks nice. He will forever be by my side and help me take this game over. Even outside this game, we shall rule the earth. Anyone who stands in the way of that will be dealt with directly and firmly. She's coming back. She passes the water well, and she's kind of see Millen there. And Millen's like, oh, hey, Pei, coming back from a camera talk? She's like, hey, Millen, yes, I am, letting the world know how lucky I am to be in this tribe. Hey, Millen, I think Amaya might like you, Millen, he's kind of shocked because this has come out of nowhere. He's like, wait, what? What do you mean? And she's like, well, Amaya's silly. The way she looks at you, the way she talks, you're on her side, and I think she likes you. And he's still shocked because they haven't really talked too much, just a couple times here and there. And he's like, I see. Well, I haven't noticed anything, but I'm pretty flirt oblivious. Thank you, though, for telling me this, Pie. And she's like, my name is Pei, but you're welcome. And so he goes off and does whatever. He passes Amaya. He kind of gives her a wink. She's a little confused because she's just trying to get firewood or whatever, which is a little hard considering this area of the island is wet. Do a little bit of a confessional intro. And, she's like, it's pretty simple. Fame. I'm here for stardom. I'm destined for it, and I'm here to prove to everyone that it's all about the mentality. If you want to be the main character bad bitch that you know you are, then you gotta act like one. Behind my personality is a very smart, strategical player, and I'm here to grab destiny by the horn. Pei also coming back, she sees Amaya, getting firewood, and she's like, oh, hey Amaya, getting firewood, I see. And Amaya, she just kind of looks at Pei, and she's like, yeah, you look like you want to say something, so go ahead. And Pei's like, oh, bold, I see. Well, Millen, I think you two might be this season's showmans, You two are perfect and he likes you. I'm pretty sure you like him. And Amaya's like, Millen? You mean the Sheldon Cooper stunt double bubble trouble bitch boy McCroy? Hell no, you can miss me with that bull, bro. I ain't here for all that. We all know Ye better than Igor. And Pei, hearing this, she's a little set back. She usually knows when people are good for each other, connective, and to see her kind of decline at Pei's like, wait, what? First off, debatable about Ye and all that. And no, you don't understand. You're someone he likes. And Amaya's well, I don't care. He's barely mentioned me. You're being weird, girl. And Pei's like, interesting. My apologies. Carry on. The challenge is soon, and I think we best be prepared. The challenge being soon, I feel like Clav and Logan are probably trying to set up the fire. That way it might not go fully out, or even if it does, it's still salvageable, even if the challenge takes super long. And Clav, he's very saddened and distraught by Clive leaving, and Clav, kind of like Logan, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if we have the numbers. Are we on the right side? I know Honey likes you and she wouldn't vote you out, but what about me? And Logan, she nods her head. She's like, Clav, I've thought about this too, and I really didn't want to lose Clive. He should have just voted with us. I didn't even know they were targeting him. I thought they were gonna target anyone. It would be me, because I'm the older contestant. I feel like Clav kind of looks around. He sees Honey and Amelie just chilling, Casey doing whatever. And he whispers to Logan, he's like, after the challenge, if you want to be lookout, I could probably search for an idol. And Logan, hearing this, she knows there's an idol out there. She just never wanted to search for it because that's like an instant target. But if she's just looking out, then it's not really her having it. So she just nods her head and she's like, later. The contestants arrive to the challenge area as Chris is ready to explain the rules to them. 5 5 people from each tribe will each have a chip with their name on it. And it's kind of big. It's like a foot around. And I meant like a circular chip, like a poker chip almost. They will then take turns hiding it within the parameter of the area. The 5 players that hid the chips on their tribe will also then go out searching for the other tribe's chips. Whenever your chip with your name on it is found, you are then eliminated and you can no longer help search. The first tribe to have all 5 chips of theirs found will be eliminated from the challenge and be going to tribal council. Whenever that happens, the tribe with the most chips left will earn the reward of a tarp, a couple blankets, 1 hammock, and 2 pillows. Zebras have decided that Aubrey is sitting out, mainly cause she nominated herself too. And then for the otter tribe, Caddis sits out as she doesn't want to be the reason they lose. So in case her tribe does lose, she won't be the target. Alright, each team is then given 15 minutes to hide. They're being monitored to make sure they don't seek, it's just strictly hide. And then the challenge is off. Everyone's starting to search, going their own ways, and I feel like a couple people might group up. For example, Jenny and Shiloh, I feel like they're definitely going to be searching kind of near each other in the same direction, just different places. And as they search, I feel like Jenny just says something like, oh my god, if we keep searching like this, it's going to take all day. You know how big this area is? It's going to take forever. I hope we can't get eliminated because we can't get eliminated. I don't know if we have the numbers. And Shiloh, listening to this as he's, like trying to search through a bush or something, which first off, Sheila, why is your dumbass looking through a bush? Who do you think is gonna take 15 minutes, look at a bush and go, ah, yeah, that's fire, I'm a cook there. Ain't no one hiding their things in something simple. Y'all gotta be searching. Anyway, Sheila's like, Jenny, I can't really go into too much detail, but don't worry, you're safe. I have the numbers, I believe, which means you have the numbers. And Jenny, hearing this, she kind of gets a little happy. She's like, oh, alright, thank you, Sheila. I knew I could count on you. I feel like Z is probably off on his own, like doing some actual searching, like on some good. Seattle and Angel, they were kind of searching separately, then they just kind of grouped up on accident. But while they're there, Angel's like, you found any yet? Because it's been about 10 minutes, roughly 15. And Seattle's just like, nah, I ain't found anything. And this is when I feel like Angel's like, we could search Chris's private mini fridge. I'm sure someone might have hid something there. Seattle, he's a little surprised hearing this. He doesn't even know if this is allowed, but he thinks about previous seasons, all the bull they got away with. And Seattle, thinking about it, he's like, I think someone might have hid something in his mini freezer too. Let's go check it out. And you already know they about eat all of his shit, bro. His Uncrustables, pizza rolls, his off-brand Capri Sun, Pacific Cooler, and they're drinking it, all of them. I mean, they have been out here for like 5-6 days, kind of hungry. Alright, the zebras trying their best to search, and I feel like this is when Millen trying to slide his way into Amaya's DMs. He's like, so Amaya, I think we could help each other, search, and I think we could also help each other in the game, And Amaya instantly, she stops searching, she looks at him, and she's like, listen, bitch boy, A, not kissing you, not gonna happen. B, I don't know what you told Pi to make her get freaky with her words, but I ain't about that. And 3, if you keep trying to come near me, I'm gonna beat you so good your head gonna spin. Fuck out of here with all that. And Millen, he's now just standing there like, what just happened? Cause I was told that Amaya liked me. She just told me she gonna beat the brakes off my ass. I'm getting confused messages. What's going on? I gotta go find Pi. I meant Pei, and speaking of Pei and Draco, you already know Pei is following Draco, bro. And I feel like he's kind of getting annoyed because he can feel her like literally being a shadow almost sometimes. She's searching, but he even tries escaping behind the cafeteria maybe, and she still appears out of nowhere. So Draco, he does something he knows Pei ass can't, and that's climb over the building and using some stuff to his advantage to climb on some Uncharted shit. This is supposed to be a challenge of seeking, his ass trying to hide. So I feel like Millen is kind of searching in the forest, and he sees Draco just running out of nowhere. And then, he instead of searching, he kind of stops and look, which is kind of bad because now we have 3, potentially 4 of the 5 people not even searching. The only person like super serious about this is Recon, but he sees Draco setting up a trap. I'm talking a pulley system, ropes, netting, everything. And Draco kind of squats behind a rock, trying to hide, conceal himself, and he's just waiting because he knows Pei is gonna chase and run after him. So he's waiting and waiting to the point where Millen is like, you know what? I don't know if he's trying to get an animal or something, but I gotta search. So he does. And Draco, he sees Pei for like half a second in the distance, and he hides a little bit more, still peeking as Pei gets closer and closer. He hides behind the rock for a second, make sure she can't see him, and then he looks and peeks again, but she's not there. He's kind of waiting for the trap to be activated, but all of a sudden he just hears Pei behind him. Wouldn't want to be that guy. And then all of a sudden Millen just gets caught in the trap out of fucking nowhere for no reason. And Draco, he gets scared like instantly. He starts running and Pei just laughs and she's like, all right, gotta lock in, do this challenge. Let me go get Millen down. Recon kind of coming over, looking up at Millen, just straddled up in the sky. He's like, what happened? What going on here? And instantly Pei is like, I think Amaya set up a trap or something. I'm not too sure why. She should be searching. And Millen, he knows it wasn't Amaya, but she also just threatened to beat his ass. So he's like, you know what? Let me just stay quiet. Can you get me down, please? Thank you. Everyone on the Shrimp Tribe gets to search and participate in the challenge. And I feel like while Clav is searching, because all them kind of searching separately, Casey goes up to him. And she's like, hey, Clav, I know we should be searching, but I want to talk for you. I want to talk to you for a moment, please. They kind of go off to the side, and Clav is like, well, what is it, Casey? And she's like, I know this is a game of deceit, and I know I got a vote on me last night, and I have every reason to lie, but I promise you I'm not when I say Honey and Amelie, I overheard them talking this morning, and their target, if we lose, is me. I'm gone. However, you know what else I heard? After me, it's you. You're gone next. Matter of fact, if you want to know the truth, Amelie was saying she wanted you out first, but Honey and her bitch ass decided she wanted me gone instead. We are on the outs. You don't have Logan like you think you do, because how are they going to get you next if they don't have Logan's vote? Think about that. And Clav, he's not worried at all about Logan betraying him, because Clav know Logan is like his number 2 in this game. He trusts her fully at the moment right now. However, he does believe her when she says the talk about Honey and Amelie. He's like, I can't act on this information irrationally or too fast. However, if the time comes, I will talk to you again on how we can approach the situation. And Casey, that's not super what she wanted to hear, but she'll take it. Then, out of nowhere, Z has found someone's chip, and unfortunately, it was Honey immediately out of the challenge.
Man, this some bullshit. They done cheated.
Now, with Honey getting out, the shrimp immediately, like their heart drops. They can't go back to tribal. Please not again. So I feel like Clav and Casey, they stop talking. They both immediately start searching. Logan starts searching. Amelie put in overtime. This kind of wakes up the other team too. However, only moments later, Angel finds another chip, and it belongs to Logan. Shrimp are now down 2 people, only 3 tokens left. This is when I feel like Amelie kind of like yells at Clav and Casey. She's like, all right, plan. Casey, you are gonna search up high. You are a good climber. Look in very specific places that you yourself may want to hide something if you saw it. Clav, you're gonna stick to ground stuff. I need you to be quick about it though. I will look in containers, in buildings, stuff like that. Alright, let's get it, team. Honey and Logan, they're scared over on the bench. I feel like Recon goes to look and double check in the cafeteria because it's suspicious that no one found anything there. He just sees Pei along with Seattle and Angel just eating away at everything. And Recon's like, what's happening? Ain't no one searching. I mean, Seattle Angel, you keep eating. You do your thing. Pei, come on now, bro. And Pei, she just eats a little bit more. She's a little annoyed. She just pushes past Recon. She's like, don't tell me what to do. You're irrelevant. Exit stage left. Get out of my way, 13th place. And Recon hearing this, he's just a little confused, but he's like, whatever. So he goes search, he finds Millen, and Recon just starts talking to Millen like, did Amaya really set that trap? And Millen, he's not really one to like defame or be dishonest to a super level like this, but he knows Amaya will probably vote his name or try to get others to as well. So he's like, yeah, I think she was. I think she was trying to get one of the other teams, but that's just kind of weird, ain't it? Basically, just throwing Amaya under the bus. Finally, Clav finds a token belonging to Recon. He is eliminated from the challenge. And then only within a span of like 7 minutes, 2 more are found. 1 more by Z, which ended up being Pei's, but another one found by Casey that belonged to Shiloh. And low-key, Amelie kinda wants the tarp, the blankets, everything. She wants to be safe, warm, comfy, snug, so she is ecstatic when she finds another token for her team, eliminating Draco. He unfortunately has to sit next to Pei on the bench. Millen and Amaya now searching very much throughout the camp. Very few tokens are left. So Chris puts up like an electronic board. It's really big and it has like hints. Like how many are left that's above ground, how many left are on ground, and how many are left that's in something. And this doesn't help too much, but it does help Millen locate one. Eliminating Angel didn't really matter. She was eating anyway. In Seattle, he kind of gets a wake-up call like, oh, all right, I really got to lock in. We got to start searching, bro. All right, everyone, let's do it. 3 to 2 to 3. Come on now. And so then on the board is a map with huge circles around the map, but somewhere in that circle are people's tokens. I then think that Casey starts hearing her name as Clav is calling for her, and he's like, look up there. And then kind of behind the beehive is a token. He's like, who the fuck put their shit up there, bro? Low-key, Honey should have hit her shit up there. That would have been comically hilarious. And Casey, she looks at it, squints her eyes, and she realizes this is a moment to prove to Clav that she bout this. So she does some parkour maneuver, climb around that bitch, and as she gets the token, her hand is stung like 4 times, and she just like runs off, pissed as hell, stung. Clav runs away, doesn't get stung, and eventually Casey redeems the token, and she got Z out. Z put it there. Millen being very helpful, finding another token belonging to Clav, which means we have 2 contestants left for each team. Amaya finally being helpful, finding a token, getting Amelie out. Casey praying that no one finds her chip, standing for her team. Seattle had to look under the hood of one of the broken boats, but he found Millen's token, leaving Amaya defending for her team. Casey goes back into the cafeteria. She goes to the stove and she looks under, the huge exhaust fans, and what do you know? She finds a token, and it belongs to Amaya, which means, unfortunately, Zebras, you guys have lost, and you guys will have to go to Tribal Council tonight, aka the campfire ceremony. And immediately, Aubrey can't believe it. She's like, bro, I step out for 1 second, I come back in the house, and y'all bitches burnt the kitchen down. Amaya's mad. She's like, bro, y'all should have hid your shit better. Recon Pei, it's like you guys didn't even try to hide. At least Recon searched. Pei, your ass was eaten. And Recon's like, oh yeah, like you have any room to talk making traps and shit. Someone could have got hurt from that, low-key. That's a lawsuit. And Amaya, confused as hell, she's like, bitch, what you talking about? Traps? Yo, gray matter must be trapped in a fucking spiral going through turmoil. What are you talking about? He just, he goes, all right, bro, whatever you say. He just walks off. They all storming back to their tribe, mad as hell. You already know Pei is right behind Draco. Congratulations, Otters. You guys win immunity again all the stuff they didn't really need since they live in a cave Flintstone style. I'm sure the blankets and stuff will help, bro. Their cave about to start looking like Markarth from Skyrim. Seattle, he's hyping hell. He's like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's just, high-fiving, dabbing up Kata, Jenny, Shiloh, Angel, Z. As they walk back, he goes to Z and Shiloh. He's like, yeah. And at the same time, unanimously, they're like, yeah. Not reward, but you guys did win immunity. Congratulations on your night of peace. I think Casey is extremely happy that they won. She's still very much so worried about the future. However, at least for now, she can rest a little bit and try to talk a little bit more game. Maybe try to do something with Honey where she can flip it on Amelie. Alright, after arriving back to their tribe after the loss, I think a lot of the morals are down, but a lot of the strategy thinking is high right now. Immediately, I feel like there's people already forming talks. Pei kind of follows Draco to the fish pond, kind of talking about like, it's a shame that we lost, but I just want to tell you, I will never vote for you, and it only makes sense in the game for you to keep me, because I will always benefit you. Draco, hearing this, he just kind of looks over at Pei, and he's like, dude, if I promise not to vote for you, will you leave me alone right now? We just lost. I don't want to deal with this. And Pei's like, oh, alright, whatever you want. Have fun with the fish, bye. So, with Aubrey and Amaya, they're just kind of chilling at the water well, pretending to get water. I feel like Aubrey and Amaya, they the only two on their tribe that they can trust, in each other's perspective. I feel like Aubrey's like, look, I kind of wish I would have played instead, because our team kind of fumbled. Amaya, you did a great job. You hit your shit well. And to be honest, I'm okay with voting anyone right now. Just tell me who. And Amaya, instantly relief, because she has a couple people in mind. And instantly, she's like, Pei has been weird talking about Millen liking me and stuff. I don't know if that was a lie. I don't think it is, because Millen actually came up to me later, in the challenge. And if it's not Pei, I want Millen out. And Aubrey's a little surprised because Millen is like the most chillest one here, and Aubrey's like, what'd he do? And Amaya's like, well, first off, he hasn't really talked to me at all, not game, not personality wise, barely anything. And then he just comes up to me talking about some romantical bull. I'm assuming he told Pei something, because she also told me that he likes me. And if I gotta be honest, I don't even mind if I have to vote Recon, because he was talking some craziness, talking about setting traps and stuff. I don't even know what that means. And Aubrey was like, yeah, I was confused when I heard that, but I think it might be best to keep Recon for now because he's a really good, challenge person. And Amaya was like, yeah, I kind of agree. Then we have Recon and Millen getting their fire going, getting ready to boil the water that Amaya and Aubrey is gonna bring. And I feel like, as they're starting the fire, their height, they finally got it. Recon's probably talking to Millen like, look, low-key, if you want to, we can vote Pei out, Draco out, Amaya out. I think there's a couple options that would benefit the team. Amaya did do the best, so if I had to have a preference, maybe Aubrey, maybe Pei. I just haven't really talked to Aubrey too much. And not only that, but she's a little bit rude, and she didn't do anything in the challenge. And Millen, I feel like he kind of nods, and he's like, yeah, I understand that, but Amaya did the whole trap thing, and I know that might not affect you, but affects me. And Millen, he's gonna pretend like it affected him, but what he really wants is for Amaya to get out of here. That way the truth never comes out, in the game about Draco setting the trap. And Draco's just gonna kind of do the silent treatment, because the less he talks, the better his game probably is for right now. Pei kind of out of nowhere just barges in, and she's like, hey fellas, so what we talking about? Recon a little bit surprised, but he's just like, oh, we're just fire, man. And Pei, her face is like an audible whomp sound as she knows these bitches lying. And Millen's like, look, I didn't think we were gonna lose the challenge today at all. I thought this is something we were gonna have in the bag. It's just kind of difficult trying to figure out who we can vote and stuff. And Pei immediately, she's like, well, I just want to let you guys know I have your back, and me and Draco are really good friends. Really good friends. And I promise you, he has your back. Pei kind of dropping hints, and he's like, so you want to vote Aubrey or Amaya then? And Millen and Recon both alike are kind of relieved because that's what they were kind of thinking as well. So Pei, decides that's been 10 minutes, 8 minutes too long without Draco. Recon, Millen are like, look, we could actually do this then. Just vote clean with the tribe. We're gonna have to explain it to one of the two, but we'll get it done. And just like that, it is time for the campfire ceremony. Each one of them arriving to their first tribal council. Chris is there waiting for them, ready to ask the questions, and as they sit down, he is immediately gonna address Aubrey as in, look, Aubrey, you kinda sat out of the challenge today, and your team lost. Does that make you worry at all? And Aubrey, I feel like she just kinda shrugs her shoulders. She like, I know I'm good at challenges. I know what challenges I'm good at. No one else really spoke up about wanting to sit down, so I did. Circumstantial, that's all. And Chris is like, I respectable. Alright, Millen, you found a good chunk of tokens today accounted for your tribe. However, you also got caught in a trap. How'd that happen? And Millen, he kind of shrugs his shoulder. He's like, I don't know. I was just kind of walking through the forest. I thought I knew where I was going, and the next thing I know, blam, I was hoisted up. And thankfully, to Recon and the help of Pei, I was set free. I was able to search. I'm just, kind of sad. Our team lost, and Chris is like, yeah, shut up. Draco, returning to camp, was there any sudden game talk, or could you feel the presence change? And Draco, kind of like Aubrey, I kind of feel like he just shrugs and says, well, I didn't really talk that much to people. I'm a little afraid that might get me targeted, but I just wanted to clear my head. So I kind of went astray from everyone else. And Chris is like, oh, do you think that's bad for your game? And Draco's like, well, I hope not. I'm good in challenges. I'm someone here to just be an ally, that's all. Recon, Amaya, both of you suddenly argued for seemingly no reason after the challenge. What happened? Immediately, Amaya's like, nah, not no reason. Recon was out here being accusatory and shit, instigating motherfucker. And Recon, he's flabbergasted. He's like, what do you mean accusatory? This isn't alleged, bitch. Cause now you got me mad. You got me messed up if you think I'm just gonna be called a liar right here. Millen can vouch for me. Ain't that right, Millen? My boy Millen. My truth-telling, always honest, wouldn't betray and lie to me, Millen. And Millen's like, yup, that's me. Amaya did it. And Amaya's like, oh, hell the fuck not. How could it be me? I was out searching. I was out doing my own thing. And Pei's like, Amaya, just stop, okay? I literally saw you. I didn't want to tell anyone. I didn't want to pick a side. But it's hard to just let you sit here and lie. And Amaya, she gets ready to blow up. And Chris is like, that's all the time we got. Everyone, please get ready to cast your votes. And that is what happens. One at a time, everyone goes up to the booth, writes down a name that they would like to vote for and see out of this game. Everyone has casted their votes. I will read the votes. The person with the most votes will be eliminated from this game and must walk down the dock of shame, get on the boat, and skedaddle. If anyone has an idol, please play it now. And, everyone just kind of looks at each other. Recon looks at Amaya. Amaya gives him a bombastic side eye to Recon. Draco's just kind of looking up at the stars, wishing he was literally anywhere else. And Chris is like, alright, I will read the votes. The first vote goes to Amaya. The second vote goes to Amaya. The third vote goes to Pei. The fourth vote goes to Millen. The fifth vote goes to Millen. 2 votes Amaya, 2 votes Millen, 1 vote Pei, 1 vote left. And the second person voted out of Total Drama YOKAVACHI Island is Amaya. I'm so sorry. That's just how the votes ended up. And she instantly pissed. She's balling her fist. She's like, y'all bunch of dumb bitches. Honestly, when this season comes out, I want y'all to bitches to buy a UHD 4K Blu-ray so you can see crisply how fucking dumb all of you are. Fuck this game. I'm out of here. And just like that, Amaya is the second person voted out of this game. She is the second person to ride the boat of losers and walk down the dock of shame. Everyone else breathing a sigh of relief. Millen, his eyes were wide. He was trembling. He needs to stay here. He has reasons to get this money. He can't leave second. Pai's kind of looking at everyone like she expected she wasn't in good standing 100% with everyone. She did not expect to get a vote though. So she's kind of looking at Aubrey. She's kind of looking at Recon. Maybe even Millen. She's looking at all the people except the one that voted her, which was Draco. But she doesn't know that. Chris is like, alright, congratulations to all of you. You guys survived. You have earned the right to go back to your camp. And with that, they do. All kind of sad. A couple blindsided. And there it is. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Let me know how you guys feel about it. Let me know your My Ways predictions, your top favorite characters, everything. I want to know everything. Thank you guys very much, and I dare every single one of you to have a good day.